Hi guys, Hasina here. I got a new chat to talk about. It's been super duper noisy with traffic, so I'm hoping it doesn't get too noisy and you guys can hear me. If you're new to my channel and you're liking these chats, please hit the subscribe button below. And definitely I've got links below where we can chat and connect, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. I like to get that out of the way so I can focus on the conversation. So today I was thinking about, or rather it just came to me. I like these conversations to be somewhat like called to me so that they feel authentic. That's where I'm at right now. I'm not like, if I practice it, or try to think of it too much ahead of time. Right now, that's not for me. So today I thought about talking about starting new, starting fresh in your 30s, which is relatable to this one. I'm 37 and a lot of things are new in my life. I'm trying out a lot of new things. I have, I've talked about it in the past, briefly, maybe even vaguely, like had health issues in the past. And so now like I'm starting to feel a lot better, and it's, sorry, the traffic again, but it's allowed me to see things in a more fresh and new way. So everything for me right now feels very, very brand new. Because of that, because of those issues that I had. And it's a really, really good thing for me. And I am just finding new ways to embrace that and not getting caught up in the constant conversations about age and what it means for your life and what it means as we get older. I'm not a 20-something-year-old woman, and as a woman, age can be a tough thing to deal with in society, because sometimes people have you pegged because of your age and feel like you're done. And I'm like, well, I can't be done. I'm only 37, but you can't end your life at 25. Everything doesn't happen at 25 for everybody. So now church bells, sorry guys. So having to embrace that and get comfortable with that, that's been something that's actually, I would say in the past, been tough for me to deal with, because there's been many times, especially, I don't know if you guys know anything about me. I'm a musician, I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, and you come across a lot of people who, they're digging you, they're loving you, they want to hang out with you, and there's like this psychological shift that happens once they find out you're not 27, and it's all cool. I mean, I've had people who like super dug me, super thought I was cool, but they were walking around thinking I was 26 years old. And when they find out that I'm not 26 years old, all of a sudden, like, I've fucked up their view on what a 37-year-old woman is supposed to be like. And so it becomes uncomfortable. But that's neither here or there, because that's their stuff and we all got our stuff. More for me is that I have spent most of my life as a very, very, very incredibly driven person, incredibly ambitious person, and incredibly focused on my goals and my passions and everything. And this is the first time in my life where I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going. And my passions haven't changed much. They've transformed, but they haven't changed. music is still so very important to me. It's still my very, very first love. Performing is still so important to me. Writing is so important to me. Yet at the same time, there are other things that I want to experience. There are other things that I want to learn about, that I want to delve into. Um, and it's tough to even have this conversation because when you say these things, it can sound like you're giving up. And I'm in like no way, shape, or form giving up my love of making music and making it a part of my life where it's a viable career. Um, at the same time, I know that it's going to look different for me. My needs are different. Um, I don't like a lot of crowded spaces. I don't like a lot of noise. I don't like a lot of, I guess those are the two big things, but, and I don't really like being out super late anymore. And this is where I'm at right now. This is where I'm at in my healing process. So maybe at some point that'll shift. I have to be honest about the fact that, it's not just a health issue. Despite me not loving labels, I'm very, very much an introvert, and I'm probably even more introverted as I get older. So I have to acknowledge those parts and see how I can make the performing aspect of my life work when there are those parts of it that just don't resonate with me anymore. There are people who I love, who I want to see perform, and it's like I sometimes can't because that's putting myself in an unhealthy environment, and I can't do that to myself anymore. So it's really like being able to see, how do I transmute and transform these things that I love into a way that fits into the life I'm having right now, and not feeling like I've lost something, feeling like I'm a failure, feeling like I'm a quitter, because it's not really true. And sometimes, I'll be honest with you, the only way I've really been able to embrace that and know that more is like through meditation and listening to different, I wanted to use the word thought leaders, but different artists and different podcasts that kind of resemble the feelings that I have right now. Like Danielle Laporte or like Srimati or even like Hasnea or Rich Roll podcasts. Like, I listen to people who continue to show me that there's another way, that my life is not over because I'm not 27 anymore. And sometimes, you have to shut the noise out. Like, I don't feel like my life is over, but then you know what? You get up in the morning, you put your clothes on, you go wherever you're going, and everybody else is telling you that. And so you're like, oh shit, maybe it is. Maybe I just don't know. But that's not so. I have a high level of discernment and a highly intuitive nature. And the only time I'm off course is when I'm not listening to myself. And I know right now that I wasn't as happy at 17. Like, I've never felt, honestly, I've never felt any older than I've ever felt than when I was like maybe 17, and maybe again at like 24. So I, like, feeling wise, I'm at like the youngest point in my life. Maybe I felt a little younger in the earlier part of my 33rd year. But energetically, spiritually, physically, emotionally, I feel like how I would have wished I would have felt like at 17. So what do you do with someone where the world is telling you, well, shit, you're old? And you're like, wait a minute, but this is the youngest I've ever felt. You gotta start shutting out the noise. So starting new, I'm just constantly allowing myself to flow. Be aware, be open, and let myself be open to new things, and let those things be open to me. You know, getting comfortable with not knowing. And let me tell you, as someone who has been an overachiever for almost the entirety of my life, I mean, literally, like, documenting my plans and my goals, and I might have been like 6. And not in the cute, like, I can't wait till I'm blah 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 when I grow up, but like legitimately like documenting this stuff. So I'm telling you, like, almost the majority of my life, and being okay not knowing. And it's not easy to do every day. I have tough moments. I have moments where I hear, horrible language in my head where I'm like, you're fucking loser, or you don't have your shit together, or you're fucking failing. But knowing that that is the noise, that is what's left of the residue of shit that doesn't align with me anymore. So I meditate on it, and pray on it, and let it flow, and allow myself to remember what made me feel happy, what made me feel passionate, what made me feel invigorated, and start there. And that doesn't mean I can do all of it right now, because sometimes that's the tough part too. Sometimes there's shit that I love and I'm just not physically able to do those things right now, or emotionally able to do those things right now. And that part is okay. The great part is remembering that I can love something. So do I think performing is over for me? Absolutely not. I know music isn't over for me because I'm still working on some stuff. Wait for it. I can't wait till it comes out. That's another discussion. But the point is that we're always growing, and we can always start again. And if you're not hearing that and not feeling that, and that's not connecting with you, then you've got to get some other shit to listen to. And the way it starts, just trying something new, trying something different, and maybe it fails, and knowing that that's okay. And maybe it doesn't, and knowing that that's awesome. And just allowing yourself the freedom to be a person, and the freedom to know that it's okay to not know. And not only is it okay, it's even fun to explore and figure it out. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'm certain I'm not the only one in my 30s starting fresh again. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. I hope it resonated with you, and have a beautiful week. And I will talk to you soon. One love. Peace.